Hello everybody, this is Goufsome coming at you with a review of the high-grade 1/144th scale Bocata's Gelgoog from Mobile Suit Gundam GQuuuuuX. And, yeah, it's been a while since I've done an actual review video like this. I've mainly been doing a lot of short reviews recently with the, Goufsome's Quick Looks, so really glad to come back and do a, full-length review here, especially for the Bocata's Gelgoog here. This kit is one of the kits I was very excited to get my hands on. It's been one of my recent wishlist kits, so very glad to have it. And yeah, we're going to take a look at it here today, and I'll probably change up the order in which I kind of do things for this video here, but for the usual starter, we are going to be taking a look at the box that the Bocata's Gelgoog comes in, and yeah, you got some really nice box art here. You got the GQuuuuuX in the corner, so you know which series this kit comes from. On the side here, you do have some of the details and gimmicks about the Gelgoog here. On the side, you just got your tiny, smaller image here. You got some more images here, and they also include a unpainted state version of the image, just so you have something to look at to see what this kit would really look like. But you also have all of your warnings on the side here. And again, you do have the smaller image here. Actually, I think these ones are actually different. This one is a sideways shot, giving the name and whatnot. And this one is more like this direction. So I don't think I've actually seen that before. That is a pretty neat detail. But yeah, that's really everything here for the packaging. So just want to quickly go over that as usual. So next we'll be taking a look at the aesthetics. And here we have Bocata's Gelgoog in the plastic flesh here. And if it looks brighter in the room, I did open a window just to kind of help, really make the details on this kit pop. And yeah, as you can see, we have a really nicely detailed kit here. You have a lot of just like panel lines and little details, really just decorating the Gelgoog here, and it does look really nice. You do have the difference in color scheme with this one over the Sugai Gelgoog, where that one is more of a standard like Gym 2 coloration, I've heard it be described as. This one goes for a blue, green, with hints of yellow in the color scheme. You have the red for the feet here, so a really unique color scheme. I don't know if this is based off of anything, like, again, like the Sugai Gelgoog is, really like standard gym colors. I don't know if this one has any inspiration anywhere. At first I thought maybe it was some type of Torrington-based color scheme or something like that, but really with the green and yellow, like, I just don't think it'd be that, but it is a really nice looking color scheme here. We're going to zoom in on the head here, because the head has some really fantastic details. All of the blue parts you see for the visor and the head camera, those are all just pieces of plastic. You really don't have any stickers with this kit. The only stickers you have are actually going to be here on the legs, all of those yellow bits, and I did keep the very small sticker sheet as well, just to kind of show what I mean by that. But yeah, you really don't have a lot of stickers to deal with, which is really amazing for just how much detail they were able to fill into this kit. So this is a very impressive kit, just off of the visuals alone. And since we have the GQuuuuuX Gelgoog here, I did go to find my Anavel Gato Robot Spirits Gelgoog. They are very different in size, but I really just wanted to have them here just to really show the differences in design when it comes to both variants of the Gelgoog here. There are some similarities, like the sort of elongated head. That's kind of something that these, designs share. And these little shields on the arm almost kind of give the impression of the vents here on the Gelgoog's arms, so I think that is pretty cool there. But aside from that, yeah, really the GQuuuuuX Gelgoog is going more for the gym style of look, but it still does carry some aspects of the Gelgoog, which I think are really cool. Actually, kind of looking at it, you got the blue, green, and yellow on the Gato Gelgoog here, and that kind of carries over to the Bocata's Gelgoog, so maybe that was part of the inspiration for the color scheme here, but no matter the inspiration, yeah, this kit is just really, really nice looking. Again, just do one more zoom in here just to kind of show the details here, especially for the legs here. You got like those inner fuel tanks with the yellow stripe on them. The upper thigh also has a lot of interior detail as well. So you got like that spine almost piece in the back. So like again, just a lot of really, really nice detail in this kit. Really visually appealing. So yeah, so far the aesthetic here, just A+, amazing looking kit. So yeah, next that's going to take us to the articulation. And now on to the articulation here, and much like the aesthetics, the articulation is going to be another A+ for this kit. A bit of a spoiler there, but you'll see what I mean in a second. So, articulation on this kit is really amazing. So, we'll start off with the head here. And as you can see, you do have a rotation at the neck that is going to be on a ball joint. And you also have a really neat neck joint as well, which allows you to get a really high look up. So you can pair that with the waist here, which is able to bend back to get a really convincing flying position, which is really cool to have. That was another strength of the regular GQuuuuuX, the base GQuuuuuX, so really glad to see that has been implemented into this kit as well. But continuing with the waist here, you do have some side to side. On the upper torso, you do have a forward crunch, and since the waist is on a ball joint here, you can move the torso side to side. And pretty good articulation there. Moving on to the backpack, you do have these thrusters that are on these little arms. They are able to move in and out like so, and you're just also able to reposition them to your liking. Really just got to be careful with these, because it seems like the ball joints here for the thrusters, they do have a chance of popping off if you're not careful with them, but, you know, nothing too major. You can just pop them back on. That's really probably the weakest thing about this kit, honestly, is just that these ball joints here do seem a bit on the weaker side, but again, not much of an issue here. Moving on to the arm, you do have a full rotation. The arm is able to go out like so. And then you do have a nice forward joint here, forward butterfly, so very nice there. The upper arm is on a swivel, so you're able to reposition that to your liking. You do have a nice bend at the arm. The little arm shield here is on a peg, so it is able to swivel around a little. And then the hand is on a ball joint, so you're able to completely rotate that around and, you know, kind of do a lot of typical ball jointed hand things. So, yeah, pretty nice for the arms there. And that's going to take us to the legs. The legs have some really amazing engineering on them. For the waist here, these skirt pieces are connected to the back, so they can move up like so. And moving that is going to give us a pretty decent forward kick there. And this looks like this is as far as we can get back. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like it's about that for back standards. So you do have a nice forward kick there. For the spread, it does look like you can get a decent spread there. So really nice. And moving to the lower leg here. Now, you see we have this thruster bell here, so it does look like it would limit the articulation here, but no worries, you can move that thruster bell up to get even more of a bend in the leg. So I think that is a really nice piece of articulation that they added with this kit. Really cool to see that implemented into the build there. And yeah, final thing we're going to have to look at here is going to be the feet. You do have a nice side to side. You have a forward and back. And probably the most impressive thing, you actually have a toe bend on this kit, which is not something I feel like high-grade kits tend to do. So it's really cool to see that this has a toe bend with it. But yeah, the articulation here, again, as I mentioned, another A+ for the GQuuuuuX Gelgoog. A lot of really nice things. Back thrusters coming off, that's what I meant earlier when I said they have a tendency to pop off if you are not careful with them. So, yeah. Really, again, really nice articulation. So next up, we'll take a look at the accessories. And here laid out is all of the accessories that come with the Bocata's Gelgoog. We have to have some extra pieces as well, so I am going to start with those. So starting off, it looks like we have this extra red waist piece here. The camera will focus on it, that's the thing. But yeah, it just looks like an extra piece you get here. I'm going to move Bocata's Gelgoog. I think that's messing up the focus here. There we go. Yep, you got this extra red waist piece that you can use. So again, really just an extra piece, but if you do want to give your Bocata's Gelgoog a red waist, that is also an option. Another weird extra piece I seem to have gotten is this extra thruster bell. This is the same thruster bells that are used on the backs of the legs. It was not on a runner or anything, it was just in the bag that the runners come in, so I think I may have just randomly gotten a extra thruster bell. This is not something that you'll probably get in your copy of Bocata's Gelgoog, but you know, hey, maybe if you're lucky, maybe you'll end up with a extra thruster as well. But yeah, we'll move on to the actual accessories here, and we are going to be starting off with this pair of beam spray guns. You do get two of these, and they are very nice looking indeed. Really invoke the original design of the Jim's beam spray gun. And we're going to take one of these. We're going to take our Bocata's Gelgoog, and we'll pop off the right hand for this one, since we will need the open space for the left hand soon. But what you do is just, you know, you take apart your hand, take off the plating, slip on the beam spray gun, reattach the hand, you got a nice secure grip, pop your hand back on, and there you go, you got your beam spray gun on your Gelgoog all armed and ready. So yeah, again, you do have two of those beam spray guns. I'll show what you can do with these in a moment, but next we'll move on to the beam saber. Very standard beam saber handle here, but you will realize we do have a hole on both the top and the bottom. And that's because what they did, you know, you can just attach this like any normal beam saber here. You can get your beam saber and either have it, you know, just single, or you can attach the second blade and have a double-sided beam saber. Now, the double-sided beam saber, I believe, was not in the anime. It was a kits exclusive thing, so, you know, really just kind of a reference to the beam naginata used by the Gelgoog, or at least the original series Gelgoog. So, really nice reference there. And hey, if you want your Jim to have a double-sided beam saber, or, you know, your Jim style suit, you know, you can do that here with the GQuuuuuX Gelgoog. And you do have some nice storage as well. Just being careful not to mess up the pegs for the blades here, but we'll move these to the side and pull out this little storage piece. So you do have this, and I do have the instructions out at the same time just to make sure I am getting this right. Yeah, you can have it like this. Get your beam saber, slide that in like so, and I'm gonna move the Gelgoog again. I think it's kind of messing up the focus, but yeah, you can have that. And then you can get your second spray gun, and you can slide that in like so. And you're also able to slide in the other beam spray gun as well. We'll kind of just show a simplified version here. If you get the smaller tab and slide that in, yeah, you can get that. So hey, if you also want to have a neat double spray gun with beam saber, as a little combo there. But yeah, you just take this piece here, and then you can simply plug this into the back like so. So some really nice storage here. And the last thing we have to look at is going to be some extra hands here. So that's why we're going to take off the left hand, put that to the side. First hand we're going to get is this pretty standard open hand. You can put that on, so really nice if you want to have something for some action poses. And then you also have a hand with a added grapple wire. And this is something that I think was on the Sugai Gelgoog. She was the only one who used the wire in the series, but they did also include it with Bocata's Gelgoog, so if you were worried that this kit did not have the wire or the wire hand, rest assured they do come included. So yeah, that's everything in terms of accessories for Bocata's Gelgoog here. A really nice set of accessories here. Really like what they did here with the, the wired hand, the homage with the double beam saber. So really, really cool stuff here. And yeah, that's it for the accessories. So next we'll take a look at some, size comparisons. And now for some brief size comparisons. Here is the Bocata's Gelgoog next to another GQuuuuuX suit, that being the GQuuuuuX itself. And it does look like the GQuuuuuX is actually a little bit taller than this suit, which is a bit surprising. I thought they would be kind of around the same height. But returning to the screen, we do have the Robot Spirits Annabelle Gato Gelgoog. I don't know if this is necessarily to high-grade scale. I cannot find my high-grade Gelgoog at the moment, so I wish I had that one to maybe be a better size comparison, but yeah, here it is next to the Robot Spirits Gato's Gelgoog. And next up, we're going to have the returning visitors here. We have ourselves a tiny goof and a big goof, this being the 1/100 scale goof. So, we've reached the end of the review here, which means it's time for my final thoughts on the Bocata's Gelgoog. And if you've heard how I've been praising this kit throughout the video here, you'll probably get an idea about what I'm going to say. Yeah, I think this kit is a must-buy kit. Really nice detail for a high grade, really good articulation, and even with the accessories being a bit more on the basic side, I still think they are pretty decent. Again, with 2 beam spray guns, you get the double-sided beam saber, which is something exclusive to this kit that was not in the anime, and then you do also get the included hand wire. Just thought I'd bring that back out for a second here, but yeah, you do get some really nice aspects for this kit. Again, really nicely designed for a high grade, and the build quality too is really good. Honestly, this kit was not as hard to build as the GQuuuuuX is, despite the detail it has, and really just so amazing color separation. I need to bring that back with just the lack of stickers, only stickers being for the yellow portions. So yeah, again, I highly recommend the GQuuuuuX Gelgoog here. Not even necessarily just the Bocata's Gelgoog, because again, you do have the Sugai Gelgoog, which is in the corner here. You can kind of get an idea for what that one looks like. If you don't like the appearance of the Bocata's Gelgoog, you can always get the other one if you want a more standard gym style color scheme here, but no matter which one you get, I believe they do come with all of the same accessories, same posability, same detail. So really, if you are aiming to get this kit and you only want one of them, it's really just a matter of what color scheme you prefer at that point. But Yeah, again, just a really fantastic kit here. Really has me excited for some of the other GQuuuuuuX kits we are supposed to be getting. I'm really excited for the Gan. I'm looking to get that kit because that one looks amazing. So, GQuuuuuuX Gan, definitely looking to get that one, but yeah, that's everything I have for this review here. Again, just an amazing model kit here, one that I think is worth getting, and yeah, that's everything I have to say here. So, if you enjoyed the review, remember to like and subscribe, and, great to do another review again. I'm going to leave it off for here for today, and I will see you all in the next one. Later.